All right, what's going on, people? We're back. This is episode 2. And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. Don't matter what time it is. I just thank you guys for tuning in. And this is your boy Cominski, man. And we back at it again. Once again, season 2 of the Grustle podcast. Take a look at my notes. All right. So I want to talk to you guys before this segment starts. I want to talk to you guys about the word entrepreneur. There's a lot of stuff going around, man. People saying, if you're not an entrepreneur, if you ever work for somebody. I get where you're going, but I understand why you say that. Everybody that agrees with that, I understand why you say that. But, I could just start working right now and go forward with Battle King, But you say you had never worked for a person ever in your life. I mean, come on, man. It's possible, but, how can you do that? But anyway, this is the true definition, I'm going to say, as far as the dictionary definition of entrepreneurship. It is a person who organizes and operates a business or businesses taking on greater than normal financial risk in order to do so. Now, think about it for a minute. You are an entrepreneur if you operate, organize, and run one business or more, and you're taking on a greater financial risk than normal than other people to do so. So if you're taking risks with your money, with your finances, you're an entrepreneur. I feel that. I understand that. I believe in that. I believe in that. That's why I feel like an entrepreneur is going out there, putting, you wanting to start putting your brand, your legacy on the line to, putting your money out there to make it happen. I feel like that's the real true definition of an entrepreneur. For those who didn't know, I'm going to say it again. The definition of an entrepreneur is a person who organizes and operates a business or businesses taking on greater than normal financial risk in order to do so. Risk with an S. So more than one risk, more than one financial risk, So that's the true definition of entrepreneurship. And, they say, if you ever work for somebody, you're not an entrepreneur, man. Come on, man. Anybody can start a business and quit and just do their own thing. You're an entrepreneur, you're a business owner. That I don't get that, but that's, I feel that definition. When you risking your own money to run your business, or to, when you're risking your finances, I believe that you're an entrepreneur. So if you're gambling, that's different. Okay, well, let's take it back for a second. So if you're gambling, $1, $2 here, just to win $1 million, I don't know about that. Okay, so I'm gonna take it back a little bit, because you're a gambler then. But if you're risking your money as far as business, because that's what it says in the definition anyway. Okay, so cool. Operating a business and taking on financial risk. That makes sense. Cool. If you're gambling, spending money, risking your money to get $1 million or something like that, risking $1 to get $1 million, you're just a gambler. You're just, you're doing something. Yeah. All right. Moving on. So also though, I want to talk about how people, the work you guys put in with your businesses. So it shows. So I want to let you guys know now. So all that, I talked about earlier about all the faking and all the you doing this, doing that, and the third. It shows, man. As far as what you got going on, what you're doing, and how you're progressing. Like, you don't know. A lot of people are watching. Okay, so I'll say this real quick. I know there's a lot of people watching. A lot of people watching what I'm doing. You ain't got to like. You ain't got to share. You ain't got to comment on nothing I do or post. You ain't got to support me. You ain't got to tune into the podcast, watch my videos, or buy my stuff. I know you're out there watching. I know you're there trying to see how far I progress. You ain't got to buy my book. You ain't got to do it. I know you're watching. I know you probably done bought it without saying nothing, without supporting, just to read it, just to see what it's about. I know there's people out there that does that. So I know you're out there, but understand when you're, it shows your business and what you're doing, whatever you're doing in life, it shows how much work you put into it. And at the end of the day, even if it didn't, even if it, like, for some reason, like if I'm stuck like right here where I'm at now, like it's for some reason my growth never grows, knock on wood, I never grow or whatever, me caring about what I'm doing shows too. So you think you're not going to care about your business if you don't put that much work into it. So when someone cares about what they're doing, or very picky and stuff like that about what they're doing, that means they put in hard work and they don't want to jeopardize. It shows, man. If you care about what you're doing, then that means you're working hard at it and you don't just do anything. You know what I mean? So it shows, man. As long as you do what you're supposed to do, it'll show and everybody see how hard you working. So it's keep pushing, man. Don't worry about, that's another thing, man. Don't worry about what everybody else think or what they're watching. They're not gonna say nothing because that's just how it's just human nature, man. That's how people is. I don't understand it either. So, but as you doing what you're supposed to be doing, keep pushing forward. Just do you, man. Just keep going. And one thing else about that, man, that I'm really doing right now is taste everything, do everything. If you want to start a limo company, look into it. Look into everything first. So when you think about starting and do stuff, look into it, because you don't want to go out there not knowing what you're doing. You want to know what you're doing, So look into it. But if you want to start a shoe cleaning company, look into it. Thought about that myself. I done seen something in California where they do like professional shoe cleaning and they drop the shoes like the cleaners, but it's for your shoes. I'm like, we ain't got nothing like that in Virginia. They got, it's a lot of business, a lot of different things you could think of doing that's, that's not in your area. That's one thing I'm doing right now. But I'll talk about it later. But just taste everything, man. Just try to, whatever. My best advice, right, is to try stuff you're interested in. Try stuff that keeps your attention, something that you want to do. You know what I mean? Don't try to do something just because the next man doing it, or don't try to do something because they'll make you so much more money. Do something because you are into that, or you actually like it. That's one thing that I learned. That's one reason why I'm trying to get into the video game business or whatever the case may be. But I just like to hustle, period, man. So I'm like in my own little, I'm in my own lane or whatever. Like, it's not like I don't like cigars and like I haven't even, I'm not a smoker. But since I started my cigar brand, I've been, not smoking like every day, but I smoke them, to taste them, to see what people see, the different textures, and if it's smooth, if it's, I have to try it so I can know, what it's about, researching and this, that, and the third. So, but it's something I don't do. I'm not, that's something that I like. I know that's a good hustling strategy. So that's why I got into it, but I just like hustling, man, period. But just get into something that you like. But taste, the reason why I say taste everything, because you'll never know what happened. You try this and then 2 houses down, somebody already got a business just like that and they want to work with you, or 3 down a block, you got somebody that knows somebody else that can do. You know what I mean? You never know, man. But just taste everything. But like I said, if it's something that you like, it'll make it so much easier. So basically what I'm doing with the Grustle, right? So the Grustle started off like, it's like a little thing, like a movement to myself, basically. But I started as a TV show, man, on Facebook, and I was putting it out, and I should be still putting out videos now. Lord have mercy. I hope I am. If I'm not, Jesus, I see this and I know it. But I should be still putting out content from the TV show of me, doing what I do. And then I got it. So that's on Facebook. Then I'm going to cross it on YouTube. Also putting videos out at the same time. Then I got this podcast. So I'm like putting different platforms, man. I'm trying to work it out there in different ways. You gotta, if there's any other way I can do it, I'm gonna try to get the Grustle out there. So that's one thing I'm looking into too. Like, it's the reason why I'm doing everything. Like, I got a book. Like, it's like, what? like when I first I mean, you know, I'm humble, man. I'm not. I don't want to get myself big headed, but just like who writes a book? I'm saying I look back in the day. I'm like, yo, I never know that I'll be an author. You know, I never would have guessed it that I'll be an author. You know what I mean? So I just thank everybody for me writing this book. This is people don't know how big this is to me. For me writing this book, I just want to thank everybody that's a part of it, and that's a big deal. But like, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that, man. You gotta go out there. You don't never know. You gotta do stuff. Me having this clothing line, just taste everything. Try to do everything as much as possible. Me doing my music, like I mean, even though I started out, that's basically what I'm doing. So I feel like I owe it to myself, the label Propane Music, and I owe it to, you know, the fans that I do have. You know, the little bit of fans. You know, I'm not. I got a lot of people in my inbox, man, waiting on that music, man. I got you. It's coming. If not by now, it should be out. But yeah. So let's see what we got in my notes. So me trying to put my brand on everything. So this is my take on that. It's not so much about me, or, you know, Battle King this, Battle King that. I want a brand, man. I'm trying to co-brand with people as far as clothing and like cigar, like anything. I want to but my thing is, with it being a Battle King brand, man, it gotta be that ish, you know. It gotta be what it is. That Battle King is the ish. That's basically what I'm going off on. So I'm definitely willing to contact people or talk to people, man, that do this co-branding, man. We'll do Battle King tongue twister, Battle King clothing, and I want to do, like, you know, if Joe Schmo clothing line, I would do a Battle King brand. This is the Battle King brand, Joe Schmo clothing, or something like that. So that's definitely what I want to do. Got my wife calling me. Hold on. Yeah. What? You don't even want to play fight. No, they gone. Man, I'm in the middle of the podcast. Okay. I'll call you back. Okay. All right. All right. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. All right, so where I was at? Oh my God, I forgot. Me trying to brand everything. Yeah, so I want to be able to, like, co-brand with everybody. I want to be able to, you know, it's a Battle King brand. It'll be a Battle King brand, or it'll be like Battle King clothing, but it'd be like, so, okay, one thing I'm working on is like the evil and scary collection, right? So it can be like clowns, vampire, like shit. It'll be like designs like that on front of them. It's going to be the Sam Hain, I believe, I forgot what it was, but it'll be the Sam Hain line with Battle King brand, with Battle King clothing. To be like a, you know, scary and evil line with Battle King clothing. So, you know, stuff like that. Also, you know, but that's with anything I'm doing, like with the Grustle, man. I'm trying to get people up here, as far as, you know, being guests and stuff like that. So definitely holler at me, man, if you're trying to be on the podcast. I know it's a couple people. It's like 4 or 5 people I'm supposed to do interviews with. Hopefully I've done them by now. But yeah, man, it's tough out here. My schedule tough, man. But I'm definitely trying to cross brand everything. You know, trying to get my finger in everything, get my name out there, try to get more brand awareness to what I'm doing. So but one thing I'm also doing with the magazine, as far as artists, local artists, stuff like that, man, I'm trying to push the magazine, not as much right now. I slowed down with it a little bit, but I'm still in the back door and in the behind the scenes. Yo, I got some stuff going on as far as me doing interviews and doing trying to do like exclusives and stuff like that. I can't talk about it, man. I'm trying not to talk about it because I got something big in the making. But yeah, got something good for the Throne magazine, man. Got something special coming up in a couple years. But anyway, this is just another way of me trying to put my brand out there too, also with the magazine. So but you know, in between tasting everything, it's okay. Okay, it's nothing wrong with focusing on one thing. You know, if you feel like you want to focus on let's say, just like me doing all this stuff I'm doing, if I feel like I want to focus on this clothing, or if I want to focus on the book, that's cool, man. But I just feel like I try to find balance as far as my work ethic, because I'm trying to, man, I gotta keep it moving. See, my thing is I get bored. I get bored easily with one thing. I think if I did have to pick like something to, if for some reason I talk to the right person, sit down in a meeting, and they want me to just focus on one thing, I probably get back to them and and be like, this is what I did. I crunched the numbers and I figured out if I do this for this one, I do a layout for each thing I do to show them how beneficial everything will be and how not beneficial everything will be. But I feel like the only thing that'll keep me going, keep me moving, will be the the clothing line, maybe. I think the clothing line, if not, I didn't start the video game thing yet, but I think the video game thing could probably overdo the clothing line, as far as me not getting bored, because I'm a gamer, man. I like playing games. So with the clothing line, I think would be the one thing that I double down on, and I won't get bored with, man. So it's one thing. So when you guys are focusing on that one thing that you're doing, if you're doing the clothing line, or you got your own cigars, or you got your own brand that you got, when you just focusing all your attention on it, and as far as if you do got any more side hustles, when you focus all your attention on it, you gotta understand that you gotta think outside the box. You gotta do what other clothing lines are not doing. That's the only way you're going to survive. So because at the end of the day, man, there's so much you can do with one thing. It really is. But you gotta maneuver. You gotta figure out things. You gotta network. You gotta think outside the box, man. You gotta do more than what is recommended. You gotta do more, man. If you do the bare minimum, man, you're not gonna. That's exactly what you get. The work you put into is what you get out of it. Basically, that's basically what it is. So, it'll give you more options. Also, when you do stuff like that, when you put more into it, and you will do more of that one thing, like with the clothing line. If I decide to do like a clothing line for pets or something, that'll give me something else to work on, something else to research. I gotta write that down. Clothing line for pets. I'm pretty sure somebody already got some, but shucks, I just look at this and I just remember it. Don't even worry about it. But that'll give me something else to research, like as far as the shirts and stuff, and what to do with the pet shirts and hats and stuff they got going on. Like you gotta it'll give you more options. You gotta give yourself more options to work with when you doubling down on something. You gotta think outside the box. So whatever you're doing though, if you do decide to double down or not, the advice that I do have for you guys is to be creative and consistent, man. Consistent is key. You got to stay in these people heads, man. Like I done a lot of social media research, which I call it social media research, where I do certain things for a reason. When you see me on social media, when you see me do like 3 posts back to back, 10 posts back to back, do like 1 post every hour, I'm testing something out. I'm trying to figure something out, which it's gonna be in my next book, so I can't tell y'all that much stuff. So I can't tell y'all. But anyway, you got to be creative and consistent, man. You got to keep on feeding these people, man. When you hungry and you trying to get up out of it, when you trying to blow up and trying to do what you got to do, man, you gotta let these people know that you got it. You got a lot of stuff for them. So that's one thing I'm doing with this, with the Grustle, man. I'm trying to be consistent. It's one thing that I need to work on, is being consistent, man, because be balancing my life, with my business, and then with my job, which I work 12 hours with. So it's tough, man. But do what you can. You only can do what you can, man. But just be consistent. You put forth the effort, man, it'll show. So, but when you being creative, man, like I said, think outside the box. Do stuff that people's not do. Be your own person. It's okay to follow people, because if it works, you see that work. I'm gonna do that because he did that. That's cool, man. But you got to be original. That's the only way you'll stand out. That's the only way you'll get a following, or whatever the case may be, man. Just do things your way, man. Find out how to make things your own way. Just find out how to make things your own way. You put your brain, put your stamp on it, and just keep it moving. Cause at the end of the day, when you do that, can't nobody take nothing from you. Can't nobody. I wish I would see a book, The Grustle 1 Million in Making. I wish. Okay, I wish I see somebody with the crown. I don't got nothing. Where my crown at? I wish I see. Oh man, I'm breaking my stuff. I wish. You see this? You see this? I wish I see this crown somewhere. I wish I see that crown somewhere. Can nobody take that from me, man? Can nobody take that from me? Not at all. I done broke my stuff. Now I'm sitting here trying to fix it. I ain't got nobody to fix it but me. Oh, I love it. All right. Let's see. I lost track. Boy, I just got myself heated. Oh, I wish somebody would take my stuff and try to. So when you be original, man, and you do, you know, everything, you do it your way, you do everything, you know, from what you got. Not saying you don't need no help or nothing, but when you put, you know, when you your own brand and everything's original, man, can't nobody take that from you, man. Not at all. Can't nobody take nothing from you. And it's always, life happens, man. So it's always cool to take a break if you need to. Like when, you know, when this baby, I got to, you know, got this baby on the way. I'm pretty sure, I don't know if by the time I drop this, I don't know if the baby done dropped already or not, but I'm taking a break. I'm gonna take a break, man. I gotta, you know, to be the third child, man. I'm gonna take it a little easy. I'm gonna fall back a little bit, as much as I can. You know, my wife probably get on me about that when I start working again, but I'm gonna take a little break, man, when the baby comes. So it's all right, take a break. Life happen, man. You ain't gonna miss nothing. Stay in loop, you know, keep doing what you're doing, you know what you need to do to keep things working. So, but it's always good to take a break. You need to take breaks. So just make sure you take a break. Everybody always need a break, man. You gotta have a break sometime. You don't want to stress yourself out. So you taking a break is needed. I don't, you know, everybody say this stuff is like, it's okay to lose sleep. I lose sleep. I mean, if you hustling, you working, you entrepreneur, you gonna lose sleep. Period. Don't matter if you working, spending time with your family, have your me time, and then you have 2 hours of sleep, get back and work. You know, it happens. Work on your business and get 2 hours of sleep, 3 hours of sleep, and get back. It is what it is, and your body's gonna shut down and tell you, chill out, bro. Go to sleep. It's gonna happen. It happens to me. I didn't sleep for 10 hours one time. I'm like, God dang, I slept for 10 hours, now I gotta get back at it. Another 2 hours. You know, I don't learn my lessons. But my wife would get on me about that sometimes, about me sleeping. But yeah, it's always good to take breaks, man. Ain't nothing wrong with it, man. Don't let these people fool you out here. But just work hard, you know what I'm saying? Do what you gotta do. It's another thing, man. Research is key. Research people. I know I talked about this a while ago. Research the people that's doing what you're doing. Research successful people. You know, Bill Gates, you know, people like that, you know. I wish I can, you know, see what it's probably in the book somewhere. So I'm see like what he does, like what he did to get where he at. You know, pretty sure he had some nice connections. I'm pretty sure he had some money saved up for him. Maybe his family saved some money. So just research people and successful people. And I wish I could copy. Like somebody said, you copy Bill Gates. Oh, you a copycat. And I had the same thing as Bill Gates got by copying. What? Man, listen, I copy him. But to a certain extent, you know, I have my own little thing, but I copy him if it's going to give me $1 billion. You know, I'm going to do it. I don't care what y'all talking about, but ain't nothing wrong with not copying to the full extent. Something like a clothing line. So I already know 110%. I already know since I started my clothing line and moving it like I'm moving it now, I am the reason why other people started their clothing line. I am the reason why other people looking into writing books. I am the reason why people looking into starting at cigars. I'm the reason why people trying to start a Mac. Like I know I motivate a lot of people to do stuff. You ain't got to tell me. I already know it. I see it. I can see the people I'm connected with. I see who they connecting with. I can see stuff going on. It's cool. I'm not bugging. I'm flattered by it. You ain't got to tell me. I know. It's cool. So, I mean, it is what it is. That's what I'm here to do. I want to do that, man. And hopefully I motivate people enough to where they want to work with me. I'm trying to work, you know. But if they don't, they go out their own way, do their own thing, go somewhere. I'm not mad. That was my side goal is to get y'all, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that, man, because there's so much talent out here. I want to see everybody eat, man, especially everybody in my circle. So, but just do when you do what you got to do. As far as, you know, when you copy, if you do decide to copy somebody, like me writing a book, I ain't think about writing this book until I start seeing successful people. I started researching entrepreneurs, seeing what they doing, see how things, you know, how they getting their money, what they doing, man. Like, oh, writing a book, huh? Let's see how I can write a book. I researched that. I got that from other entrepreneurs that I watch. So that's a big reason why this book is here now. And then after I researched it all that, this and the third, you know, I tried to see people that's around me and I asked them about it, and you know, they was like, that's what's up. So that's one thing that I did, man. That's the reason why I did the book. So, and then one thing I guarantee you, one thing I'm not worried about is what you have to say, or anybody has to say. I mean, so let's get this out of the way. You shouldn't care about what nobody say, but care about what everybody say. See, I care. I know it's confusing. I know. I care about what you think, but then again, I don't care. Wise words from a guy I know named Gary V. So it took me a while to understand it, but I get it now. So I care what you think about. Like, I care about designs and stuff, you know. I care about what you think about. Some people don't like it. Some people do like design. The throne shirt, what I'm talking about. The guy with the gun, you know, stuff like that. That was big controversy, you know, things with these gun. This gun thing is a big deal. And then, oh my God. And like around the process, like soon, like when I first came out with these shirts, like at the same exact time that I did this, oh my God, I'm hitting stuff. Guns became a big deal. I'm like, oh my God, what have I done? But it is what it is. People still support it. I still love you guys. But just you care. Like, I care about how they feel about shirts. I care about what they want in their shirts. I care about how much they gotta pay. Like, I care about all that stuff. But then, as far as me like doing a book, or me putting out the clothes, or me, you know, setting up shop somewhere, or me doing these videos and doing these, like, if I don't care what you think I'm doing, this is what I'm doing, me, baby. This is what I do. So you know, I care, but then I don't care. I get it. You know, at first I didn't understand. I know you probably don't. I know you probably think I'm crazy right now, but just let it soak in for a minute. You know what I mean? Just let it soak in for a minute. But it's one thing. It's a couple things, man, that you gotta do, man. Sometimes you just don't care, man. Do you? It's the only way you find out the truth or find out what's gonna happen, man. You stop caring about what these people think. But that's all I got for this episode, man. That's all in my notes, man. It's all in my notes right now for this episode anyway. But you guys know what to do. Like, share, comment, do all that good stuff, man. Send me emails, hit me up, all that good stuff, man. I reply back as soon as I can. Thank you to all my supporters. Thank you to everybody that tuned in. Thank you. And just remember, tomorrow's success begins today. Holla.